Hi everyone! In honor of Mariah Carey defrosting, I wanted to share 7 manga series that I highly recommend this holiday season. From some cozy feel-good series to some shiver-delivering series, I really hope you guys enjoy this list of reads, even though many of them are not placed in winter, but I still think it's perfect. The first series on this list is Yuru Camp. This one is so cute, you guys. Yuru Camp revolves around these girls who just love to camp. This group of high school friends are absolutely adorable, and this series is really just the perfect cozy series for wintertime. It's set in winter and even has the iconic Christmas chapters. It's so cute, and it's also kind of educational. It teaches you where best to put heat patches, how tents are set up, different kinds of tents, and a lot of camping recipes. The art is also just amazing, and you guys, the anime is so good as well. I think if you guys like cute series like Bocchi the Rock, Asobi Asobase, this one is perfect. Yeah, I just really highly recommend this series. It's a combo of cute friends, relaxing camping, great scenery, great art. And now I kind of want to go camping here in Japan too. This next series is Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. It's a series that's airing right now, the anime, that everyone should either watch or at least give the manga a try. This is an isekai that is sure to make you feel fuzzy yet bittersweet at times. We watch Frieren, our main character, this 1,000-year-old elf mage who's lived through so many different adventures, lessons, and also has lived through many different companions. We get to learn as she makes friends, but also loses them due to their shorter lifespan. In the time that she gets to spend with people, despite them being short meetings relative to her lifespan, they actually end up having a very important influence in her life. This is just a really cozy, heartfelt series with amazing characters and absolutely beautiful story building and world building. I'm reading and watching the series at the same time, and I really can't wait to see where it continues to go. Alright guys, this next series is an absolute gem, Blue Giant. This is a jazz series and it has honestly hooked me onto the jazz genre. I watched the movie first and then immediately ran to read the manga. So in Blue Giant, we follow the story of this high school student who moves across the country, Japan, after getting inspired to dive into jazz with his saxophone. He practices extremely hard and ends up finding a very talented pianist and a beginner drummer with a lot of potential to join his group. Together, they face the world of jazz bars and performances, all while trying to balance earning enough to live and to ultimately make it as jazz musicians. This is an incredibly inspiring and feel-good series, and the anime movie just has incredible music, so I definitely recommend checking both out. My next recommendation is To Your Eternity. This series has been around for a while, but I've never really gotten a chance to talk about it. To Your Eternity is by the same genius mangaka behind A Silent Voice, Oima Yoshitoki, but this series takes on a more fantasy angle. This story is about an immortal being named Fushi who comes to Earth initially as kind of an emotionless, blank soul, and Fushi is able to take on various forms and abilities from things around it, from people and animals, to objects that he meets. So through many encounters and individuals, Fushi slowly learns how to talk and starts forming memories and feelings. This is a very drama-packed series with a lot of interesting things happening each chapter. The mangaka was inspired by her own grandmother's passing, so this series is just very well crafted on the nature of mortality and what it means to live. It's a very great read and I highly recommend it. Okay guys, this next series, unlike all of the ones above, this one is just not so feel good, but it's really good. This is a zombie series, perhaps my favorite zombie manga series of all time. It's also really disturbing, so reader discretion is advised, but the story and art are both just so good and it's worth a try. It drags you right in from the first chapter with intense zombie action and you literally just can't look away. Our main character is Hideo Suzuki, a 35-year-old manga assistant who has faced the failure of his own manga series, so he's working for this other mangaka. And honestly, he's just not living a great life. From being super unhappy with his life to throwing all of this frustration onto his girlfriend, his life just looks super bleak. But then it gets even worse and more terrifying when he wakes up and finds a zombie apocalypse in the works. But this is kind of a different zombie series to others. It really hits you with realism, where we see people question humanity and also just their willingness to fight through this apocalypse. It might not be everyone's cup of tea because it is a bit depressing and very intense and also just a little weird, but I definitely think it's worth a try. Alright, this last series is Piano no Mori. We are back to relaxing feel-good series. This is an older series that started publishing in 1998 revolving around, as you can guess, the piano. We have 2 kids who seem like they can't be more opposite from each other in their upbringing. Kai Ichinose is a child of a single mother who works as an escort. But on the other hand, we have this kid Shuhei, who comes from a very distinguished and rich family of pianists. So the only thing really bringing these two kids together is their love of piano, albeit their motivations and experiences with music are very, very different. They become friends through their same goal of becoming the best pianist. This is just a very cozy, feel-good slice of life about friends, passions, and great classical music references. Even though this series doesn't really take place in winter, I still think it's very cozy and warms your heart, so I highly recommend it for this winter season. Alright guys, those were my main recommendations, but I also have 3 very honorable mentions. First up is The Golden Sheep, a very intimate coming-of-age story suitable for the winter time. The second is Sayonara Eri, an incredible, mind-boggling 1-volume series that will definitely keep you hooked. It's so good, you guys have to check it out. And finally, Sorry for My Familiar, a very feel-good isekai comedy series that will keep you very relaxed and smiling. Okay, so those are all of my recommendations for this winter season. I'm sure I'll be back with more soon. And if you guys have any suggestions, please leave them down below for me and others to check out. And before I end this video, I wanted to thank you guys so much for 100K. I really can't have done any of this traveling and exploring and collecting manga to this extent without you guys. I'm just so grateful I get to have this much fun, collect all of this manga, all with your guys' support. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video.